Hi everybody, it's Erin. Welcome back to the channel, Three Cat Stitching. I have another flip through video for you. So this is a book that I found at my local Indigo yesterday. So today is Wednesday, the 16th of April. I found this yesterday, and I realized when I was looking through that it was actually published this year. So it's quite a recent publication of cross stitch. This is the ultimate collection of traditional and modern designs, Quaker Samplers by Leslie Wilkins. There is a wonderful introduction about Leslie and how he came to be involved in designing and her love of Quakers and things like that. She has a website where you can purchase her designs, or it's an Etsy. So I'll leave a link to that below. I'll also leave a link to this below. I don't really want to leave an Amazon link, so I will go on to Search Press's website and see if I can find the link to the book there. It seems like this company, Search Press, they have a number of different needle art books, not necessarily cross stitch, but like needlepoint and embroidery and those kinds of things. As usual, I have Sunny here today to just block the view entirely and sniff on my microphone. Sorry if that was loud and in your face. I have some papers in here, and you'll see why as we move through the book. So there are 10 traditional designs and 10 modern designs. On the left-hand page, where you have all the information about the project, there's sort of like a construction layout is what it's called. And so if the pattern is over multiple pages, it shows you like in what direction to line up the pages, and that is essentially just like a smaller version of the pattern. And so for the sake of Leslie and the flip through, I want to protect that, so I just have some papers in between. What I also like about this book is there's a bit of history in the beginning about Quakers, and so the first school that was opened in the UK, and also the first school that was opened in the US that taught cross stitch or needlepoint or what have you in like a Quaker style versus like a traditional sampler. And I thought that was really cool. And as I said, there's 10 of each. And then what I also love is that Leslie has provided like a directory of sorts where she has pulled all of the motifs from all of the designs and put them just individually on the like in the back, so you can feel free to design your own Quaker with all of these motifs. There's also some alphabets, and then there's some I guess to sort of inspire you, some specific ways in which you can use the motifs to make other things, like a heart-shaped pillow, or I think there's 2 heart-shaped pillows. So I'm just going to go ahead and um, just flip through. So this is Leslie here. And as you can see, there's a dedication and some stuff here. This is the table of contents. So there's the typical things, introduction about the schools, tools and materials, getting started, and then you'll find the traditional Quakers start on page 14, and the charts follow afterward. And then we go to modern, and then, oh yeah, it's a pin cushion. There's 2 Quaker hearts and a pin cushion to kind of inspire you to maybe make untraditional things with the Quaker motifs. So I will just skip right ahead to the. Sunny, you can move yourself. There are 10 of each. So of the traditional style, this is the first one. As I said, they're just named like sampler 1. There's the construction diagram, the design size, it has recommended fabric, and then if she's used more than one floss color, but as you can kind of see through the paper, it's just a version of the pattern. So this would be the first design. Here is the second design. So she starts off with some small ones, and then they get a little bit bigger as we go through. Honey, just move yourself a little bit and we'll have this problem. All right, here's pattern number 3. I really like this one. I like the wreath in the middle. Most of the samplers that have letters come with a full alphabet, and then there are 3 additional alphabets in the end when she's expressing how you can make your own samplers. So as you can see, they start to get a little bit bigger, and some of them have the same motifs used. Like you'll see the token of love sort of one used in a couple of different ones, but again, she's provided all of these individually so that you can make your own if you feel so inclined. This one is really pretty. I like the orangey yellow, orangey gold against the black. She does have what DMC she uses. So it's Peach DMC 407 is what that is with 310. I really like that. And then, of course, a large one. So there's multiple alphabets here. This is showing up as more of a black on the camera, but it is stitched in a green. And what green does she? Oh, it's gray, 3768. But the picture has it looking more green. Oh, I have a secondary cat above the table. This is always how it goes. You have all these cats in here. I guess with 3 cats, they would all like to be involved. So this is a horizontal Quaker, as it says here. That's the top. So you would frame it horizontally and have it be that way, or it could be lengthwise if you wanted it to be. I love this one as well. I think it's really pretty. I like the dense sort of Quaker motifs here, and then a lot of open space. Also, this squirrel is holding the nut, and I think that that's also really funny. You know me. I love when animals do quirky things. This is my favorite sampler in the whole book. I think it's my favorite because all the color, and I think I'm going to be kitting this one up so that I can start it sometime soon. I have fabric that will fit it, and I have, well, I'll go through and see all of the DMC if I have them. So this is the 10th, good grief, this is the 10th traditional Quaker sampler. So I'm going to pause here. I'm going to re-put all of these papers into the traditional side so I can show you those. And then that'll be the end of my flip through. All right, cat number 2 has made an appearance. I gotta deal with these guys. You know, it's always something around here. All right, so I'm all set up with the modern Quaker designs now. The light is changing just a little bit, so I do apologize. If I do use sort of the ring light that's attached to my tripod here, the glare will be really bad because these pages are glossy. So I figured that this is just kind of the best option right now. As you can see, there are a collection of the modern Quaker designs here, as well as a little blurb where she explains that there's, with a little imagination, you could use any of the motifs here to build your own. And so, just like before, I'll go through the patterns here. So this is sampler 1, where there's just a heart with Quaker designs in the middle. I really like this one as well. I was thinking as I was flipping through this, like a lot of these are quite small, and I have quite a few at this point, like over-dyed floss that maybe wouldn't fit exactly in like a conversion, but might be good to do something like this. I have a whole skein. The skein would probably be enough for it. And then I can use up that floss and really showcase what it looks like. And yeah, kind of use this book and these motifs as sort of a bit of like a stash buster kind of thing. Again, a lot of off-cut, like random sized pieces of fabric when I was like playing with dyeing and things like that might be good and fun to use these to practice these designs here. You can't see him, but Sunny is literally right here. He's very obsessed with the paper that is in between each of these pages. In fact, he's licking it right now, which is, you can see he licked it. Oh gosh, these cats are something. They're something. I also really like the idea of, as in this pattern here, looking at the variegation of different flosses and kind of playing with how that might look in a design. I really like this one as well. I was actually going to use the alphabet in this design for my Love Bug sampler, but my middle initial is M, and this M is like 4 stitches too big for the space. So there is another alphabet in here. Actually, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this alphabet that I'm going to use instead. I really like this one, though. I would have loved to use this one. There's just not enough space because I have a big initial. I love this one too. I think the softness of the colors is really spectacular. I also ordered some fabric, like 36 count and 40 count, and I think it would be fun to use something like this to kind of practice, to get used to that, because I'm being brave and I'm stitching on other counts that aren't just VEDA. So we're getting to the end here. I think this is number 9. Yeah, number 9. So we just have one more after this. These ones are all quite small, whereas the traditional ones are quite large. But then we do have this one, which is quite a bit bigger. This is the same alphabet as the one that I was just showing you. So I might, yeah, I'll definitely use that and make it. So then we have all the charts. And then there's a little blurb here where, she got some of the motifs from, and how these samplers here, these Quaker samplers, they're the earliest known at the UK and US based schools that she mentions in the beginning. So the one on the left here, 1783, as you can see, and the one here, 1790. And I just think that's so cool. And then literally on the next page, as you can see, we go right into the directory with all the motifs and the alphabets. And then here again are some versions of projects that you could make. She has the pincushion and the heart pillow, but obviously you can make a biscornu, you can make flat folds, you can make all kinds of pillows with just these motifs on them, and you could have a whole lot of fun. So, and she tells you how to make it and everything like that, and then the pattern is there, and then the pincushion as well. So that is the flip through of this cross stitch book. I was really excited to find it. I was actually super inspired when I found it. I was looking for the Pigeon Coop Designs one, A Walk in the Forest, I think it's called. They didn't have that. So I can order it through Indigo online. I don't want to order it off of Amazon if I can help it, but yeah, so I will find the link to Search Press's website where you can purchase this without having to go to Amazon. If you want to shop through Amazon, you can go ahead and you can look for it yourself. This is what it's called. I would be really interested if anybody else has picked up this book, as it's a recent release. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Take care.